Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here. Today I'll be doing the part 7, the last part of this 203 card PSA submission. This was my all-time biggest submission I ever did the PSA. I don't ever see a situation where I would send more than that now, because it was so cheap to send stuff in back then. But it took forever to get them, but they're back and we're looking at them. So let's take a look at this card. Definitely some whitening on these upper corners. Some there. A little bit there. It's definitely thick on top. Maybe even a little thicker on this side. Meloetta EX full art. You can definitely tell it's off-centered. I'm going to guess this is an 8. I don't see scratches. Yep, PSA 8. So, yeah, we've definitely had a bunch of 8s. Okay, so there's our 10s. There's our 9s, and then this is our 8s. 8s just dominating this submission. So, yeah, I know when I sent these in, I was getting down to just sending whatever I could think of to send in at the cheap rate. Nowadays, you would never send half these cards in for sure. But hey, it was fun. Send them in. We got them back, and we're looking at them. We got some little bit of edge wear in that bottom corner. A little white spot there. This is see, I collect Pikachu cards, and this is not really a Pikachu, but it's a Ditto imitating a Pikachu. This is from Delta Species. It's not the hollow or reverse hollow or anything. Looks pretty good. I don't think it's going to get a 10 though. Can we get a 9? Yeah, there we go. PSA 9 on the Ditto imitating a Pikachu. Now the back of this card looks perfect. Edges, corners, everything perfect. Sandaconda from Rebel Clash. This is a full art. That looks like an easy 10. Yeah, PSA 10, Gem Mint, we'll take it. This card, there's definitely a white spot there and there, down there. A little bit thick on top. The Crimson Invasion, man, that thing pops. The Secret Rare Water Energy, Water Drop. The centering looks really good on this card, but yeah, there's just a little too much whitening in the edges and stuff. So I doubt it's going to get a 10, but that'd be a sweet PSA 10. Yeah, I got a 9. I can see that. Would have been a weak 10, but I love these Secret Rare Energy cards. Really cool. And man, were they tough to pull, I'll tell you. Much tougher to pull than like even the Rainbow Rares. Definitely white spot there. Some whitening up there. I've got a Mew. I can see printing lines. Wow, there's a massive printing line on the very top. Yeah, a lot of printing lines. Thicker on this side. I'm guessing our best grade would be an 8. Yeah, got 7. They seem like they may be counting more off on printing lines than they used to. Oh yeah, I see 1, 2, 3. There's 5 printing lines on that. It's just ridiculous that I sent that in. Okay. A little scuff on the case there. I think it's slightly thicker on top, and there's a little white spot down there. Hey, it's a Squirtle. This is the McDonald's, the 2021. I thought it was 2020. But anyway, the McDonald's, you got these in Happy Meals. People went nuts for these, and these were huge back when these came out. This is the Squirtle, the 25th anniversary, right there. So it must have been 2021. That looks like a PSA 10. Come on. Ah, 9. Man, I really wanted to get 10s on some of these McDonald's hollows. But it's alright. They came in a Happy Meal. What can you say? So many kids got so many Happy Meals during that time. Like, I'm sure parents that collected Pokemon brought home Happy Meals for kids all during this venture. There's a couple of white dots there. Flying Pikachu from Evolutions. It could be a weak 10, maybe a strong 9. An 8. Boy, they're getting stingy on the Evolutions grades on whatever you send in to them from Evolutions. There's a little white dot there. There's a Raichu reverse hollow. Man, I know it's super tough to get 10s on these. I think maybe we can get a 9. I'd love a 10, but I don't know if we'll get one. PSA 9. That's a pretty solid grade. Looks nice. That is on the case, that line right there. The back looks perfect. Oh, Zacian. Amazing rare. Looks a little thick on the bottom, though. So I could see this maybe getting a 9. Nope, got the 10. Gem Mint 10. These usually grade pretty well. But people send in 1 billion of those to get graded. But gorgeous cards. Some of my all-time favorite cards that Pokemon's done. Definitely perfect on the back. The Reshiram. See, to me, this one also looks slightly thick, but this looks more centered than that last one. And this was from Shining Fates. Amazing rare. Looks like a 10. Yeah, PSA 10 on the Reshiram. Nice. That's the first Shining Fates amazing rare I've gotten back. That one maybe a little bit thick on this side. The Celebi. Yeah, definitely off-centered. I don't think this is going to get a 10. It's thick over here. So we'll guess a 9. Hope for a 9. Yep, we did get a 9. You definitely don't want to send off-centered amazing rares nowadays. There's just so many of them got graded and so many of them got PSA 10. But it seemed like back whenever I did this order, you wanted to grade just about any amazing rare. There's the cool PSA, new PSA shipping boxes. And this is our last box of the order. Okay. Definitely looks thicker on top, but the edges and everything look good. Oh, more amazing rares. Jirachi. That looks like a PSA 10 on the front. Maybe off-center a little bit. Yeah, this might get a 9. Yeah, it is a 9. Yeah, the centering is just a little bit off on it. This one, the edges look really good. It is thick on the bottom, maybe a little bit thick there. The Rayquaza, that looks thin on top, so I'm gonna guess a 9. Man, that amazing rare just pops. Yeah, PSA 9. Yeah, probably deserves it. I feel like it's very slightly skewed. It is definitely thicker on that side and on the bottom. Yveltal, Shining Fates. Yeah, definitely off-centered there. So I'm going to guess this one got a 9 as well. Yep, PSA 9. I need to send in one of these someday and get me a 10. That one has a little white dot there, and it's thicker on top. Ah, Eevee Snorlax. Kamaya artwork. And this is a little bit thicker on top and on this side. So I'm guessing this is probably a 9. I'd be pretty lucky to get 10 on that. Yeah, PSA 9. I mean, that could have even been an 8. That one looks really good. Maybe slightly thicker on that side. Oh, chunky Pikachu. Okay, we gotta bring over our guy. Come on. Chunky Pikachu. There's your card. The rainbow rare, secret rare. And it's definitely not perfect on the back. It might be a little bit thick on this side. So this could get a 9. Oh, I really would love to see this as a 10 though. I mean, it looks awesome no matter what, but it might be very slightly off center, but I've definitely gotten PSA 10s on ones that are worse centered than that. Come on, let's get a 10. Come on. Yes, PSA 10 on the Chunky Chew Rainbow Rare. There we go. Yeah. Alright, you go back over here. Alright, that was a good one. That looks really good. Charmeleon. This is the reverse holo from Evolutions. Man, I hope that... Yeah, that's definitely a printing line. Darn it. Man, Evolutions has crappy quality. So the best I could possibly get is a 9. But it looks good besides that. An 8. Darn it. Alright. What do you do? That one looks really good in the back. Nidoking. Let's see if we got printing lines on this one. Don't see any. Centering looks good. Can we get a PSA 10? Come on. Yeah, there we go. PSA 10 reverse Nidoking. That's sweet. I'll definitely be keeping that one. This one definitely thicker on top, but everything else looks good. Zamazenta. Now centering on the front on the Zamazenta looks dead on. To me that looks like a 10. Just depending if they want to give us any tolerance on the back. So can we get a 10? Yeah, there we go. PSA 10 on the amazing rare Zamazenta from Vivid Voltage. And getting a few 10s at the end of the order here. There's a tiny little white spot there. You can barely see it. Maybe just slightly off center. Ooh, Poliwrath. I'm going to see if I can see a printing line in this one. I don't see one. I love the look of these reverse holos from Evolutions. Now they don't grade very easy, but they look cool. And I think it's a little bit thick over there. So this is, if we do squeeze out a 10, maybe thick on top too. Be a weak 10. A 9, okay. At least it wasn't an 8. Alright. Probably not a ton of those that got graded. A little bit of a tiny little white dot there. Maybe a little bit of one there. Raticate. I don't see the dreaded printing lines. Can we get a 10 on Eradicate? An 8. That is not a good decision to grade that card. Okay, well, this is an old card. A lot of wear on the back. You can tell it's been played. The edges, lots of whitening all around it. Ooh, Gyarados EX from Fire Red Leaf Green. I have a in these the year and a half or 2 years since PSA has been shut down. I have bought a bunch of old EX cards that I want to grade, but I'm waiting for the price to be right to grade them. I've sent a handful of them in when they went to the $18, but I want to wait longer. This one very scratched. There's something going on with that corner, so I don't think it's going to get a 6. Wow, I got a 5. That's not terrible. Definitely deserves a 5, I think. It's not meant anywhere close. This one, there's a little white dot there. It's thin over here. Surfing Pikachu. Didn't our flying Pikachu get an 8? Yeah, you can tell it's thinner. I'm guessing this got an 8 as well. Oh, got a 9. There's no telling what they grade stuff sometimes. There's a white dot there. A white dot there. One there. It's definitely thinner over here. Oh, darn it. I was hoping I had a minty Pikachu. This is McDonald's Pikachu. This is the card I wanted most of all from all those McDonald's cards. I never was able to pull it, so I had to buy one off of eBay. Yeah, it's not a 10. Can we somehow get a 9 on this? Alright, PSA 9. Put that in my Pikachu collection. Yeah, it seems like a couple little weird little dots back there. Charmander. Yeah, you can see him on this side. It's like a little bit of a bleed through. Yeah, so that's probably not going to grade very well. I don't know how much they'll count off for that bleed through, because it's not like hollow bleed. It's like almost like there's a scratch on the surface that is bleeding through. So I might get like a 7. An 8. Yeah, I can see it. But man, what a cool artwork there, that Charmander. Definitely thick on top. Maybe a little thicker over here. And a couple of white dots. The Mew. Mythical Mew. We've sent in a few of these and actually done really well with these. I don't think this is a 10. Can we squeeze out a 9 on it? Ah, we did. PSA 9 on the Mythical Mew. A little bit of whitening on the top. A little thick on this side. The Bulbasaur. Now this doesn't have that little issue like the Charmander did. The McDonald's Bulbasaur. The centering looks good. I'd say that's probably a 9. Oh, Gem Mint 10 on the Bulbasaur. Wow, I bet you there's not a ton of these in PSA 10. I bet you they're not easy to grade. Okay, this has definitely been played a lot. You can see it in the corners. Don't see creases or anything, but the Wash Rotom. There's an indentation right there. And that's not just a reflection of the cracked ice. This was from Rising Rivals, one of those little mini sets. Man, that's... I guess that's... I could get like a 6 with the indentation. A 3. Wow. I don't understand why I got a 3. That seems a little harsh. That doesn't look like the worst card in the whole order. Come on now. Some whitening on those edges. Definitely been played. Charmeleon from Stormfront. This was a secret rare. There's a scratch there. Can we somehow get a 7 with the scratch? Come on. That's going to be a weak 7. 6. I'll take a 6. Definitely hard to get card. Alright, this one, that's on the case. That looks really nice on the back. Ninetales. Cracked Ice Ninetales. A little bit thicker on that side, but looks pretty good. Can we get a 9? Come on. An 8. Okay. It's so tough to grade these cracked ice cards, but they're so rare. I mean, as far as pop report goes, they're very, very low pop. I don't think many people kept them. And not many people were buying Pokemon back then. This is definitely thin on this side. Ah, the Meganium cracked ice. Man, that looks really good. Can we get a 9? I don't think it's a 10. Another 8. Alright. One last card in the order. What is it? It's definitely got a white spot there. It is a Milotic. This is actually a very rare card. It's from Supreme Victors, and it is a I can't remember what they call these. They're just shinies, and they were in the platinum sets, if I believe. And they're like secret rare. They weren't really secret rares. They're just it's numbered SH7, so they would put these in the platinum sets, but they're really tough to pull. I got gunk on my case here. They're all reverse holo. They weren't like, they didn't have a regular version, so they're going to be insanely tough to grade. Can we get, let's see, man, I think it could get a 9, but it's hard to see if there's any scratches on that. Come on. I usually get 8s on this type of card, though. A 7, darn. Well, that's probably the rarest card in this whole order, but it gets the 7. Okay. So, I just want to quickly, I like this kind of tradition, I'll show my favorites from the order. Not a ton of favorites in this order. You can kind of tell, you know, when I sent these in, it was just, you're trying to get cards sent in to, before they raise the prices, so you can definitely tell I had gone through most of my nicer cards to already send in. So I was kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel on cards to send in at that point. But we did send them in. Wow. I think I'm just going to do a number 1. I'll pick a couple other ones that are just rare cards that I wanted for my collection as favorites. And they're not graded very good, but okay, we'll do these as the top 3. Alright, number 3, I'm going to go with that melodic just because I know how rare that card is. And it looks good slab. I think it should probably have gotten an 8, but oh well, got a 7. Number 2, from one of my all-time favorite sets, Call of Legends. This one got a 6, but I don't have this card, so I'm happy to have a excellent condition one graded. And no surprise, my favorite card is definitely the Chunky Pikachu. Just one of the best cards from the Sword and Shield era for sure. I like this better than the Charizard Rainbow Rare personally, and it's definitely my favorite Rainbow Rare card of all Rainbow Rare cards, and it's Secret Rare. All right, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos later.